Welcome back. We're here with a clearly frame advantage and the tournament with the map one going in a dominant performance. I mean, I think that's the easiest way to explain it with a 13-2 victory that went for Lemonade Stand. I'm here with Sepp and of course Laz. Man, how you feeling? I mean, I'm still a little bit shaken from that one.
I feel like shaken's the best possible word to describe what we just saw. Top, absolute legendary gameplay coming out from Lemonade Stand there. And I feel like I haven't even gotten to see what ECLECTIQ can bring to the table in the way that Lemonade Stand just played Ascent. But we're going to be jumping in to Breeze, which is going to be ECLECTIQ's map choice, a much different map than Ascent, a lot more open space. And I feel like we're going to be seeing a Viper as well as probably KO. He's been really popular on Breeze lately, and I would love to see those two different utility kits being brought to the table.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, this is a map that we saw it went into overtime where ECLECTIQ were able to take a victory from another team previously, but it definitely was not easy. I mean, this went into an overtime, and I mean, that was against Fenner, I believe it was. So, I mean, that was a 3-map series, so that for them, they're going to have to pull up something,
Right.
everything out of the strap book, anything they can make, crossing all the fingers, crossing their toes, because now they have to respond with this map to keep things going. Otherwise, this could be that 2-0 potentially here for Lemonade Stand.
Yeah, and I've got to talk about, we are seeing a lot of swaps on the side of Lemonade Stand. We're looking at Bang sticking to the Sky, but other than that, everybody else is on a different agent. Justinova off that Astra onto Viper. Brock, no more KJ, going to be bringing out Sova instead. And Cavern off the Sova onto Reyna. So a lot of changes on one side. I've got to say a lot on the other side as well. Now that we're getting a look at this, I don't think anybody except Yuna is on the same agent right now.
Yeah, everybody's completely flipped around, and I don't disagree with that too. I mean, Breeze is so interesting because it's such a big open map. So I mean, really, you can try to work with different comps and kind of throw people off guard a little bit. But I mean, Cavern locking in Arena, I definitely think that's pretty useful as well. And now we do see 2 Jets are going to be locked in as well. And I mean, the Sky, easy pick, and Bang, why would he switch it? He was able to just completely bulldoze everybody he saw and just completely disrespecting them.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, right? It just absolutely, it worked out super well. In last game, actually, we saw Lemonade Stand play yesterday. They won the first map, didn't bring out a Sky on the second map, and ended up losing it. So that's definitely something I want to talk about, is this Sky made a huge difference yesterday, making a massive impact today in the form of Bang, representing that Sky gameplay. But now we're going to have to see a Sky on both sides, looking at almost a mirror matchup. But weirdly enough, we're kind of looking at a Cypher versus Reyna scenario. Lemonade Stand bringing out those 2 duelists. So they're expected to do better on the offense than the defense.
Yeah, Lemonade Stand had a pretty decent attacking side. I mean, we didn't get to see a whole lot of it, I mean, really. Or, sorry, we did, but I mean, now we're going to have to see if they can transition this into the second map. And, I mean, this isn't going to be as easy for them just, run into a site, hold W, and just, take the wheel and see what happens. I mean, now things are going to be a little bit different because now ECLECTIQ should be able to respond back with proper utility usage and kind of responding a little bit quicker than, a map like Ascent.
Yeah, and this is going to be interesting. Like you said, we didn't really get a look at a lot of the agents we're seeing right now. The Viper makes a lot of sense here. The Cypher as well for ECLECTIQ. They're starting on defense. So the Cypher, this is really their time to shine. This is where they get to really succeed. But Verdi, speaking of succeed, not going to get to do that quite yet. Root with the immediate one-tap using the Ghost there.
One down.
Okay, Yuna. Nice little shot. A little bit of reply back from the 4-4 now.
Yeah, a very good turnaround from Yuna, taking no damage in the process either. So 5v5 just turns into 4v4. 877 walking right underneath Justinova. Not a care in the world. Justinova trying to cover that mid-range as we see a very aggressive push here all of a sudden from Lemonade Stand onto A. They're going to go for all the aggression they can. It's going to be T-Dog who finds that opening kill. 77 finds another Bang, puts T-Dog away, and here comes one more kill perhaps for Yuna, but no, a lot of missed shots, has to dash away. The blinding does come through, and Yuna gets to live to tell the tale with a 15 HP Sky in the back line. Might be able to pick up something if she's lucky, and no, has to reload. A 77 will find that kill. Justinova finds one, but Nerve will find that counter Viper, and now ECLECTIQ, for the first time all day, are in the lead 1-0.
Yeah, they started off pretty well too, right? I mean, they didn't really lose a lot of casualties. I think it came down to 3 players remaining, or maybe 2, but I mean, Lemonade Stand, they were pretty unfortunate with that execute. They just weren't able to get into the site properly, but I mean, you gotta give your hats off to, we're seeing the Sova play, the recon, just being able to give that position away. Right. I think we saw a couple kills that actually went through the Viper wall. So, I mean, again, you have that like brief moment of that X-ray where you know where your enemy is, and I think this is now the second or third time we've seen that so far in this best of 3.
Yeah. Absolutely, and honestly, I would love to see ECLECTIQ win this one just because I really want to see Bind. It's my favorite map in the whole game, so I would love to see it. And right now, it looks like they're getting ready to put round 2 away as Yuna deals a lot of damage to Root, but no, it will be Cavern with that one-tap Sheriff who finds that kill, gets overhealed up just a little bit, and now 5v4, Lemonade Stand going back to that tried and true of just having that numbers advantage.
And we still kind of see there's 3 players here from Lemonade Stand. They're just grouped up in A main. They're in the cave. Now they're going to execute through A77. No, going to be able to get 1-2. Can he make it the third? But he's going to do the damage. Not able to find the frag. But now Lemonade Stand bring it back to a 3-3. Their Sova's completely lit. So now Cavern needs to be able to pick up this weapon if he can. But Verdi's got some good control. He's got some good information for his teammates now. But the spike is completely transitioning to a whole new location.
Yeah, I mean, that Sova has to be sub 5 HP. He has to be on the literal last legs of his life. That is 4 HP. There it is. Proc at the 4, sending out the Owl Drone, and Cavern will be taken out by Nerve. This is becoming difficult for Lemonade Stand here. This definitely feels like they're really not sure how to appropriately engage, but finding Nerve would certainly help. Justinova critical as well. A very aggressive turnaround. Justinova picks up Nerve, but Brock will be taken offline. A77 with a 4K in round 2. The Cypher very clearly working out a lot better here for ECLECTIQ.
Really good work that we saw from A77, but I mean, you got to give your hats off to Lemonade Stand, right? I mean, they were able to put down a lot of damage, and that was a light purchase round for them. Like, they didn't even really put a lot of investment into that. That was just some Sheriffs that were in the purchase for them, and they came it right down. I think it was only 1 or 2 players that remained for ECLECTIQ, so I mean, for them, that's good. I mean, now you can see, look at the purchase for them, Sep. Like, this isn't that great.
Yeah, it's really not. I think you made a great point there. They have to go for light armor, a couple of Sheriffs, because the econ was reset when it's really not supposed to be. That second round is an expected win for whoever wins the first, just due to that economy boost. But now, Lemonade Stand, they've almost found their foot in the door. They've unlocked the door. Now they just have to walk through, and that will be happening in the form of a couple of eliminations here if they're able to find them. We hear that gunfire coming through. Verdi, amazing trigger discipline, but it will be T-Dog who bites that first bullet. Cavern does find Verdi along the far side of A point. Justinova picks up A77 with that Spectre, an absolute nat, but Lemonade Stand, that feels like the Lemonade Stand we know and love. Walking away from that one, 4 players left alive.
I mean, they took this round very slow, right? Like, they go up through A cave, then they get the recon bolt, and like we saw before, they get that information, and they're able to pick up 2 frags from ECLECTIQ, and pretty much we're given them because the location's completely revealed. They're able to just swing through the smoke. They're just able to spam away, and that's tilting. If you're ECLECTIQ, that is very, very frustrating for them. But now this is going to be a good test to see. I mean, the 1 round's been in favor here for Lemonade Stand. They're going to get tested a little bit more. Yuna does have the operator out. Going to be locked here at Pyramid. Oh boy.
This is such a risk. This is such a risk for Yuna, but it looks like it's about to pay off. I don't think anybody's expecting an operator in round 4. I mean, that is so early. And yeah, Cavern 100% was not. So there goes immediately. Now the Seekers are going to come out. The Wolf and T-Dog does find a little bit of damage, but now Yuna caught out, doesn't have the time to pull out that scope. T-Dog picks up 1. Yuna has to resort to the classic, but takes so much damage in the process. Bang will put Yuna down. A77 not far behind. Verdi finds Justinova, but the damage has already been done. It's going to be a 3v1 in favor of Lemonade Stand. This is going to be a tough one. If possible, it might be too late. I'd love to get a replay on kind of that engagement there with that operator, but if not, no big deal. Nerve gets a better weapon in the form of a Vandal, but it looks like there's 1. We're going to need 2 more. Are we going to be able to find it?
Yeah, so right now, Lemonade Stand, they don't need to play aggressive. They don't need to be going for these peaks. They just need to lock it down as much as possible, because right now, all the pressure here is for Nerve. He has to make these isolated plays. And the more that they peek, the harder this can be. The flash comes in, but it works out beautifully. And Root is able to find it. Now they bring themselves back to a tie game, not able to preserve that operator for ECLECTIQ, so now they have to save, and now Lemonade Stand have themselves 2 ultimates available as well, both the Reyna and the Viper. Oh, jeesh.
Yeah, now this is definitely going to be something to consider. First of all, look at that. Oh, I'm going to forget the game entirely for a moment. Look at him. Look at he's doing a great job. I'm really proud of him. And here's that op play. So I'm talking about the importance of this right here. Playing the operator, high risk, high reward. Yuna right here. That shot misses that second shot. Had they found that shot, that would have been ECLECTIQ's round to take. That operator would have 100% been worth it, but it's just that feast or famine, that high risk, high reward. And unfortunately for, ECLECTIQ, it was high risk, no reward. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see a play like that happening again in the future when they're able to afford it. Justinova now is going to be able to find that opening frag. Lemonade Stand has those 2 ultimates at the ready, and Justinova going for a bit of a I'm hesitant to even call this a flank. Justinova's going on a vacation that far on the other side of the map.
Enemy down.
I mean, even Verdi, though, too. Look, he gets a bit too, over-peaked. So he actually does take down Rue, but Justinova not able to capitalize, not able to get that trade. So now, this is a great reply here from ECLECTIQ. Verdi able to pick up 2 frags alone just with the Sheriff. And now he finally gets taken down, being able to find it. But now, this is just Sheriff Nation. They're able to get more frags. It's all just down to 1. Brock by himself, the one player that was a little bit quiet on map number 1. Can he pull up 3 big frags? He's got lots of time to go. The spike's still not planting. He's able to find the 1. My goodness, at what? There's no way that he can do this.
It's time for Brock to pull an A77 and pick up a 3K in the beginning of the game. The shock throw right out of the sky. Oh, that's going to help. That's certainly going to help. Goes for the bait plant. Again, has 30 seconds. You only need 4 to plant. So Brock definitely taking their good old time. Pulls the spike out. Just catches that Cypher. Might be able to find. Will find. A77. Only 1 more kill. And no! T-Dog with the 1-tap. Puts Brock in the ground. And ECLECTIQ winning the thrifty round.
Whoo-wee, Brock. Making things interesting. ECLECTIQ almost giving that round away. I mean, he played that beautifully. He was just, you could see it. He's going for the fake plants. He's trying to get these isolated one-on-one duels, and he almost takes it away. I think that was, what, a 1v3, 1v4? Like, it was all just down to him. Brought it right down to the critical point. But that was a light purchase I was here from the defense. They bring it still with a lead, and now they're going to be able to have Yuna with that operator again. So like you said, we need to be able to see Yuna pop off. You need to be able to pick up those frags and be able to escape and keep it preserved for later rounds. Can they do that? And now Yuna gets spotted again, but able to get behind the pyramid, so should be okay for the time being. But now, Lemonade Stand, they're pushing in.
Yeah, I mean, there's that play I expected, right? Yuna with that same operator. Unfortunately, though, not working out yet. Root picks up 1. A77 finds the kill onto Root, but Yuna commits to a Blade Storm. Just a move of pure desperation to try and keep this round alive for the team. Justinova finding Nerve, tying things back up 2-2. The damage has been done. The Blade Storm and the op at the ready. So much damage in the form of this single Jet player. But if Yuna gets caught out from behind, if they get killed early, all that damage is going to be completely down the drain.
And I mean, the thing to note too is, I mean, Justinova has been able to go through this B site every single time. He just seems to be right behind every time at ECLECTIQ. They're not expecting him to be there, and then they get that information. Wow. And now Viper Spit's going to be used, so now they can even just put the spike anywhere they want. They don't just have to go behind the silo if they want, but they will commit to it. So it makes it even harder now for the defense. You can see the Cypher's close up by, but look at that recon bolt. It's able to give the information. Again, Yuna now pushing his way through. He's got the Blade Storm out, gets the Mags with 9, not able to get the second. It's Justin with the triple, bringing it back to a tie game.
Yeah, Justinova just abandoning the operator, choosing not to use it, so that's definitely something we can see looking at Lemonade Stand. They have chosen not to pick an operator. I don't think now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I've seen them use an operator at all this whole weekend. So maybe that's just not something the team is super strong with. I'm not particularly fond of the Viper's Pit commitment there, but it worked out, so I really can't criticize it that much. These players would dunk on me any day of the week. I'm sure they know what they're doing, but either way, that is an ultimate down the drain for Lemonade Stand. 2 at the ready. ECLECTIQ has 4 for this upcoming round.
Get out of my way!
Now T-Dog
comes one of them.
Yeah, they're both getting a little bit more pushy, right? They're trying to, push back as much as they can. They got to be careful now. Nerve actually gets spotted. He's able to escape, but Justin able to find it, so that's a great pickup. So now they're going to be able to push into the site, but it will be the Sky that's close on by. And A77 gets a little bit too pushy in middle, so gets completely punished for that.
One enemy remaining.
They're just losing bodies way too quickly, and it's all just down to Verdi by himself.
Nice. Yeah, Verdi, 85 HP in a dream, and Justinova will be the one to pick up that elimination. Lemonade Stand once again, I believe for the first time on this map, correct me if I'm wrong, taking the lead.
I think you're right.
Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah, no, hey, you got it right, man. I mean, ECLECTIQ have been able to, keep it going by 1 round, but now Lemonade Stand, like we can see, they've been able to kind of claw their way back. They're only up by 1 round. But what we've seen is that they always seem to hit that A site, and then Justin just kind of lurks as a Viper.
Yep.
And then if he gets that pick at B, then they can easily backpedal and put the spike at B if they want to. And he has the wall set up and everything through mid, so it's a nice crossover, lots of ground that they can get to.
Yeah, I've got to point out, definitely we're seeing Justinova, again, not on the duel list, but still top fragging in server. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on. As I talked about earlier, mechanical skill is what it really comes down to, and Justinova absolutely has that mechanical skill. Bang, does just barely catch the side of the hat for A77 and takes him down with the headshot. Cameron finding T-Dog as well. Yuna does find a bit of an equalizer, but you're going to need a little bit more. Takes down one. You've got to find at least another to really tie things back up. Spike already planted. Like, the clock is ticking for ECLECTIQ here. Yuna will find Bang, who did a little bit of an ego peek there and paid the price for it. Justinova picks up Yuna. Birdie finding Justin in that crucial moment. Root picks up Nerve. Birdie ties things up 1-to-1. The dash into the wall. That Jet classic. Birdie is crit. One bullet from death, and Root will find it. 5-3 in favor of Lemonade Stand, moving into round 9.
Not able to dig up all the roots there. I mean, Lemonade Stand keeps it going just barely. And I mean, this is where we kind of see that firing power is just so dominant from this team. And what they did on the first map on Ascent, they were just able to completely outfrag everybody from ECLECTIQ. So, I mean, we're kind of seeing that a little bit here. It's definitely a lot more close in those engagements. ECLECTIQ are able to respond back a little bit more easy than we saw on Ascent. But man, 3-5. Now it's still close, but now we have the ultimates available. We do have the Viper Spit that could be used, but they are in a bit of a purchase limitation. So we're not really going to see too much from them yet.
Right, and we're not going to be seeing much from Cavern here in round 9 either, as Verdi does find that Guardian headshot. A lot of Guardian gameplay today. Like, I feel like that's a gun you see sometimes, but no, these folks are really bringing the Guardian to the table. Verdi going to get stunned out by the Wolf. I think the longest stun in the game. I'm not positive on that, but definitely one of them. Takes a very long time to get your way out of that. Verdi will pay the price for being stunned there by Bang. 4v4 tied up, and a lot more damage has been taken on the side of ECLECTIQ. A77 tying the numbers up once again, but this Viper for ECLECTIQ, critical condition right now. This is going to be really tough for them to turn around.
And Justin, like, again, he was able to push himself all the way through. He was able to get a pick in back and middle. Now Viper Spit's ready to go. So he uses it at B. T-Dog has a really good position, so this is all down to him. He can be able to kind of stop and barricade this Spike from advancing. He hears the players coming. Recon Bolt's going to be used. They don't get him. If he gets the timing right, this could be good, but with a Stinger that far away, might not be great. Oh, no! Oh, no! And he misses it! You don't want to see it, but oh, no!
You can't miss your shots in a scenario like that. You could have found the double tap, but he missed 2 trigger pulls, 6 bullets just down the drain, unfortunately. A77 trying to keep the dream alive. I've got to talk about, you know, I feel a lot better about that last Viper's Pit, considering we're 2 rounds later, and Justinova already has another one, so definitely utilizing them a little bit off cooldown, but I love the energy now. A77 does pick up Bang in that crucial moment. The Spike has been planted for a while. I'd say we're sub 20 seconds before this round comes to a close one way or another.
I mean, the fact that Bang is just trying to go for that fight with no reason to it, I mean, this is where the confidence of this, that is such an ego peak, right? They're feeling themselves. They're feeling real good now. A77 has to look around as much as possible. The Viper's Pit has been depleted, but Justinova just out of the back one more time, and he's able to get another frag and get themselves another round. He falls down, but you know what? Doesn't even matter at this point. They're going to be able to bring things right back. Cavern has 7,600 credits, and he's still able to have enough for another gun round.
This might be the first round that everybody full buys. And that sounds insane to say on round 10, but we've seen so many marshals, so many sheriffs, even some guardians, which I hardly consider a full buy if I'm being honest. So I'm really curious to see if the firefight changes up here a little bit. I'm particularly keeping my eye on Yuna, who has been the one to find those opening frags so many times.
I mean, and when we saw ECLECTIQ, when they played this map before, when they went in overtime, it wasn't like one of the players popped off. This was a team effort. Right. Everybody was close in the frag kill distribution. So we're going to have to see somebody, you know, kind of pull a little bit more weight in this kind of a situation, because right now, Lemonade Stand, they're up by 3 rounds. They've been able to have some good control. Spike is advancing itself towards B. Brock able to find a nice, good frag with the Huntress Fury. That's a great start already. Verdi able to take down Justin the Lurk, and T-Dog now taking down 2 heavy hitters. And now we're back to an equalized situation to that 3-3.
Yeah, I think you really hit the nail on the head, though. The heavy hitters for Lemonade Stand, they're gone. Now Cavern really putting in the work. Might be able to find one more. Probably going to have to go for that heal. Yep, has to go for that dip using that wonderful Reyna ability. Might find another firefight in the form of Verdi, though. Rude will be able to equalize that kill of the Sova. 2v1 in favor of Lemonade Stand. But if anybody is going to pop off, it's that player I mentioned just minutes ago in the form of Yuna. But Root will plant their feet strong and find that kill. Lemonade Stand going up 7-3.
Oh, this is going to be frustrating. ECLECTIQ just, they seem to have the right idea. They knew that A-site was becoming a bit of a problem, but I mean, the one thing they just haven't been able to figure out that equation for is what do you do with Justin at B? And then that round, that was where Justin, I believe, Root were the 2 players that kind of just solo missioned it together. The duo went by themselves with the Spike, and they were able to get that site pretty much for free. No trade that came back here from ECLECTIQ, and they were able to get the spike down easily. And then their post-plant position, just beautiful, making even that much more of a difficult here for the defense.
Absolutely. Difficult for the defense, it most certainly has been. But we have to remember as well that the double duelist strat from Lemonade Stand almost gives them a leg up on the offense. It's really going to come down to how they perform on that defense with the two duelists. So getting every single round done this half is so important, because the next half, technically speaking, should be harder to find those round wins.
Oh man, I can't believe it. Now A77 able to get one. That's going to be able to take bang, but now Justin has been able to pick up 3 frags. He's down to 17 HP. Now the snake bite's going to be used right on the connector door, and Brock able to help them out. This teamwork is phenomenal. Oh man, ECLECTIQ, they are having a tough time with this one. It's all just down to Verdi. He's been able to put up some good numbers, but he's got his knife up to a gunfight, but able to win it with 5 HP. Caught out one more time, and now Lemonade Stand are just completely pushing him. Pistol right click. 8-3. My God, Sep. This has just been a complete turn of events here for the Lemonade crew.
Yeah, Laz, you are 100% correct. This has been, I mean, a rough start, right? You lose 2 rounds in a row. That's really difficult to come back from, but then they won 2 in a row. They really found their footing once again. They've got so many ultimates to boot. Justinova almost having his 3rd Viper's Pit in the half. That's going to be something to behold if we get the chance to see it. Either way, this is the final round in the half, and ECLECTIQ can't even afford to full buy.
Yeah, like now this is even more of a dire situation. I mean, last round of the first half, they absolutely need this round to transition into their attacking side. Ultimate's going to be used galore here from the attacking side of Lemonade, but now Nerve is actually able to win the first exchange, taking down one, finally gets traded, but now that B site going to be open again for the Lemonade Stand. They got that premium location to sell the Lemonade, and there's no way ECLECTIQ are going to be able to reply back. It's a 3-on-2. You got them completely far apart from each other.
Yeah, Lemonade Stand, they have set up shop there on B point again. And it seemed like they lost A a couple of times and just became allergic completely. They really decided to stick to B over and over. And I mean, hey, if it ain't broke, there is no need to fix it. T-Dog will fall to Brock. A77 Neural Theft already committed. Gotta win a 1v3. You can't afford to miss a bullet here. And you missed a couple already. That is not good. We saw the rifle throw, but Bang will pick up that elim onto A77. And this is going to be tough. Lemonade Stand leaving the first half 9-3.
I mean, and this is where we saw ECLECTIQ. They were able to start things off. They got the first 2 rounds. There was a little bit of reply back from Lemonade Stand, and then they were able to get one more round, and then it was just completely Bamboozle City. I mean, that was 7 rounds, I believe, that came from Lemonade Stand in a row. Like, and they came close. Yes, they did. Like, I mean, it came down to those 2v2s, maybe 2v3 situations, but again, Lemonade Stand just kind of woke up, you know. They were just no issue here on Breeze, and now they get to start things off on that defense. So we're going to have to see ECLECTIQ if they have something in store for us in the big playbook, I mean, on that attacking side.
The attacking side for ECLECTIQ, it's going to be tough because you have a Cypher on offense, which is obviously not what his kit is built for. It's really going to come down to A77's mechanical skill, which as we've already seen is very strong. It's definitely something, a contender, if you will, but they've got to be careful because now they really have to put a full player's utility away in order to succeed. Nerve and Yuna have both been put away already. T-Dog not far behind. Lemonade Stand up, they're playing defense like offense. They're just storming into the enemy team and taking them out for it. Verdi will find that first kill onto Bang. See a lot of damage coming through. Verdi finding a second 40 HP in a dream. You only need 3 more, but no, Cavern will find their 3rd kill of the game. 10-3. Lemonade Stand once again hitting double digits.
I mean, this confidence that we're seeing from Lemonade Stand is something to behold, right? I mean, now they've been able to put, I think that's 8 or 9 rounds in a row for themselves. So, I mean, now they're at that double digit. They're 10-3. They only need 3 more to go from taking this to a 2-0. So now they're going to be able to full purchase up as much as they want. The light purchase that comes in here from ECLECTIQ, they only have 1 pistol. Oh, no, they are going to fully invest now. I was kind of a little bit worried. I was like, why is there only 1 pistol that they got purchased? But now they do finally do that. But, I mean, this is tough because now what do they do? And they're completely split apart. They're not even going to just go for a full commit.
I'm honestly not even sure what to do. This is going to be... This is certainly going to be something. Root is going to find that kill. Bang picks up 1 as well. ECLECTIQ, I mean, this is going to sound so stupid. It's going to sound, you know, don't die forehead, but they've really got to work on that because they keep losing somebody so quickly every round, and they're forced into these 5v4s.
I mean, even Brock's actually playing very aggressive through middle, so he's on the pillar, so he's got some good ground, and now the team's going to group up together. They're going to try to, you know, take this as a task force, but, I mean, the little bit of a trade comes through. Now they're going to be able to find A77 just kind of lurking on the back of B window, kind of that snake area, too. And T-Dog gets a nice guiding light, but not going to be able to find anything at all, and it's just down to one lonely Cypher. Okay. 11th round for Lemonade Stand.
A quick one at that. They're full-blown looking to speedrun Breeze here. And I've got to say, ECLECTIQ, you know, they did one round better than they did on the last map. So this isn't a complete loss for them. There's definitely that improvement. But like I said, right at the beginning of the broadcast, a powerhouse team like Lemonade Stand, just terrifying. I don't know if there's another word for it. This team has made no mistakes in what they've done so far.
No, they really haven't. I mean, we were kind of, you know, pumping the tires, and I think it's kind of justified, right? I mean, this is a squad that anybody on this squad can literally take the round into their own hands, and we've been able to see it from quite a few of the players, and it's kind of showing why, right? Like, I mean, you got Bang, you got Cavern, you got everybody. A nice little trade that comes back through. Nerve able to start things off. The Guardian again. I don't know what is the, you know, the flavor of the day. It's Guardians, but ECLECTIQ now going to put some more pressure on this A site, putting a little bit more difficulty here for Bang.
Bang really struggling just a bit, and Yuna will be able to find that kill. Does not get that guiding light out fast enough, but here comes Justinova. They know that Jet has been hit. They know she's low on the HP. They just need to find the opportunity to engage. Root, 8 HP. I don't think Yuna's much higher, but Justinova will take out Yuna before we get to find out. Now it's going to be a 3v2, make it a 3v1 as Justinova simply does not miss. The spike down, 77 picks up Brock. If anybody's going to clutch this, it's going to be A77 with the way they've been playing Breeze so far, but you're walking right into a crossfire. However, Root is very low. Justinova finds that kill. Root's looking the wrong way at the wrong time. Lemonade Stand may have just given us our penultimate round of the series.
Yeah, and that was a really good effort that we saw from A77 because you could see he was going for the fake shots because he was trying to think that maybe someone will go for the wide swing. But I mean, right. I was a little bit surprised that Justinova just kind of went for it. But again, that's kind of the ego peaks, and he's like, you know what? I'll do it. It's fine. You don't need to worry about a route. I'll take care of business.
4 Guardians currently on the side of ECLECTIQ. Like you said, I like the way you said that. The flavor of the day certainly seems to be the Guardian. We are seeing quite a lot of those, and it looks like they're really sticking to it. Guardians and light armor is what ECLECTIQ is choosing to bet all of Breeze on.
I don't hate it because I mean this is a map where like distance is pretty important, right? And they look at it. They it's a little bit surprising on attacking, and they've been able to get some good trades. Now they can finally pick up some phantoms. Spike should be able to get down. I mean, the players here from Lemonade Stand are a little bit scattered, and I think Cavern actually did spot A77, so he should be able to fall back. But no, Spike finally gets planted. Now they're down, and they got the Viper Spit, so now they're gonna be able to use it.
Yeah, so this is huge. They planted the spike. If they win the round, they get additional credits for planting the spike. But if they lose the round, of course, the game is, the game is over. Either way, Lemonade Stand, they are 1 round short. I think the Empress has been popped. They're ready to bring that to the table. Nerve going to be taking some damage. T-Dog just bites the bullet in the Viper's Pit there from Justinova, waiting to strike for that prime moment. Nerve picks up Brock. The other two going to be pushing in. There it is. Nerve, no way! Give you one more! Oh, amazing Nerve with the 4K there to keep the dream alive for ECLECTIQ main. Just chef's kiss of a play.
Oh, the Guardians of the Galaxy, right? I mean, that is just a big play that comes through. I hope we can catch it on the replay. Hey, the Guardian does some nasty work, and that was a great demonstration of it. And ECLECTIQ survived the threat so far. Here's the replay. Able to just find these players by one. Great amount of work. Nice little bit of a flick as well on the Justinova. But now, I mean, we see Lemonade Stand, they have lots of money, or a little bit of money, and they're going to full invest into this. Root actually doesn't have a weapon, so that's a little interesting, but it's going to be Bladestorm, right? He's going to lead this charge. He's going to full push the gas. But look at this! There's 4 players that are just sitting there waiting for him. You're not invited to this party at all. And now ECLECTIQ are able to shut things down, and now they're going to be able to get this A-site almost for free.
Y'all want the definition of the phrase ego peak. Let me tell you, we just watched it with our own eyes. I have never seen somebody Bladestorm dash into enemy spawn like that. It really did not work out. Like Lemonade said, they're about to lose this round. It is going to come down to Justinova and just how many kills they're going to be able to find. Got to win 4 here. The 4v1 has to be true. Able to farm a little bit of damage on boxes. Maybe you save this one. I got to be honest. I think pushing in is just not a great idea.
No, it'd be way better for him to try to save this if he can. I mean, he's definitely, out-fragging a lot of these players. He does take out one more, so that's good, right? You're going to burn that economy a little bit here for ECLECTIQ, so that makes it a little bit more difficult. But now Lemonade Stand, they have nothing to work with in terms of finance. They have Root with 3,900, but do you force up? I mean, they're not really in that situation where they need to. So they're just going to purchase the Sheriffs. Makes sense, and we've been able to see them pick up some very close rounds on those thrifty situations.
Yeah, very much so. We've seen quite a few thrifty wins today, but I'm not sure we've seen any kills with the Bucky. So Brock is taking a risk. Okay, there we go. Onto the Marshall instead. That might be helpful here if we see the rotation like we were going to last time from ECLECTIQ, because you might be able to find that hedge up. Brock is instead watching B. So now Lemonade Stand, they're forced to do a full-blown 4v5. Yuna is going to find that first kill onto Root. It looks like Bang not far behind. Justinova ties things up just a little bit, but Yuna with that blind fire shot finds it up, gets traded out by Cavern. 2v2 across the board. T-Dog going for the plan. Cavern looking to put a bullet in the dome of this Sova. Or excuse me, of this Sky. It's all a pin drop right now, and 77 does pick up Cavern. Brock just gonna walk through the door, waving his hands in the air, screaming as loud as he can, and Brock will fall. ECLECTIQ winning the 6th round there. They finally got some points on board. They've got a great economy lead as well.
Yeah, the economy's getting built up now, so Root's going to be able to have that operator. We haven't seen that, right? We were talking about that before, so now Lemonade Stand, they're like, you know what? Let's just pull out the deck. Let's just see what we can do. This is the special cards. We'll have to see if Root can be able to find something. And it looks like he's kind of just lurking towards a little bit of that switch and kind of that rotating piece there near mid-nest / like the switch room or, metal doors. But I think he's just kind of looking for that first pick if he can there, but not really typical.
What an aggressive Viper's Pit by Justinova there. We're going to see the Hunter's Fury coming out as well from ECLECTIQ's Verdi. A lot of ultimates are immediately out the gate here, but it will be Yuna who does find that first elimination onto Justinova, puts one away onto Bang. So the top dogs, if you will, from the side of Lemonade Stand have fallen. Brock the next to go. That operator making absolutely no noise right now. Root might try to go for a save, but you can see the flankers moving around. You've already been closed in on. Here's Yuna in the back line, but no, Verdi will find that kill with the shock dart. I've got to say, I'm starting to feel like ECLECTIQ main can really force us into overtime again.
Yeah, they could. And I mean, actually, the one thing I thought a little bit interesting too is, I mean, they didn't even pick up the operator. Like, they actually just looked at it. They're like, nah, we don't even want it. We don't even want to give that opportunity. I'm a little bit surprised. Like, I thought, that might be something that they want to give for Yuna, but maybe Yuna's just realized, you know what? It's not my day with an operator. We're just going to stick to the rifles. That's what's working so far. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? And this is the 4th round in a row. So now, like you said, this is a save round that's coming in from Lemonade Stand, and looks like they are just going to have that standard setup, nothing too crazy. But this is where they need to be able to find, a pick. But no, the picks are going to go for ECLECTIQ, and they now get this B site very easily. They get the spike down, and now Cavern might be able to find something.
Exactly where.
Yeah, Yuna has just completely woken up, honestly. Really come to life as an individual player here. We see the Sheriffs being stuck by ECLECTIQ. Now, if you land the headshot, it's great. And just as Brock has there, taking Yuna offline, the player I was just praising moments ago has been dismissed, so ECLECTIQ kind of losing the one that feels like a little bit of their hard carry. Brock going for the shock dart as well, but Verdi will find that equalizing kill onto Root. Some info's been given, but Verdi on a complete rampage right now. 2 turns into 3, and all of a sudden a round that was so possibly winnable for Lemonade Stand has become all but impossible.
Oh man, that shock dart landed like right on top of him too. If it wasn't Nerve taking him out, it was a shock dart going right at him. This is a good change that we're seeing from ECLECTIQ. I mean, now we're at that moment where Lemonade Stand are a match point, series point. ECLECTIQ now have to do the longest comeback ever. But, I mean, for right now, they're responding very well. I mean, they're swinging, they're hitting shots, they're making everything work, and now it's going to be another operator purchase for Root. It didn't work out before, but hey, maybe second time is the charm. Maybe not third time, but second time. And we'll have to see, because if we see ECLECTIQ pick up this round, we could definitely see that double-digit, point being pretty much in that grasp for them.
Absolutely. This is... I feel like that dash blade storm play was the beginning of the end for Lemonade Stand here on Reach. They have really not been able to pick up the pieces afterward. They're going to get pushed in hard on B again. It's going to be ECLECTIQ with that first kill. Now Justinova finally remembering how to play the game, coming back to life. That Valorant factor really kicking in here. Back-to-back elims. That's going to be one from Brock. And just as I said it, Lemonade Stand heard me doubting, and they said, Septilance, watch this, my man. And they are going to get it figured out, but they still got to get through these final 2 to put Breeze away.
And this is kind of the lemonade stand we know, right? It was looking a little bit quiet, but now they pick up frags after frags. And now Nerve able to finally take down Bang, so Hunter's Fury going to be used here from Brock. He actually does land it on a Nerve, so that's a great pickup already. It's just down to one player only, but it's a 13-8, a 2-0 sweep. Lemonade stand, keep on moving.
Lemonade stand, they just... That operator caught me so off guard. I quite literally jumped out of my seat a little bit, but an amazing job from them there. That has just been absolutely amazing coming through from Lemonade Stand, and I really wonder what they're going to be bringing out further down the line. They made it through, what was that, semifinals? Is that confirmed they're spotting Grands? I don't actually know, but I know Lemonade Stand, they're going to keep on chugging like they have so far. This has been amazing from them.
Yeah, I'm very impressed with how they played. I mean, there was getting a little bit close. ECLECTIQ were able to make a good comeback. I mean, it was down to a point where they didn't even have that many rounds at all. But you can see here, Justin Nova, 26 frags with 3 first bloods. And I mean, what econ rate of 106. I mean, definitely not bad. I mean, a 321 average combat score. But I mean, the fact that you're a Viper and almost able to drop 30. Oh, man. I mean, the next closest person was Brock with 19.
Right, absolutely. Brock doing their darndest, doing a lot better here than they did on Ascent, so definitely stepping up as an individual player. And honestly, I've got to say, that's going to be the end of that one there, but I think we are going to get to jump into the other semifinals. It looks like there was actually something starting a little bit late, so we actually might catch the whole best of 3 rather than a little bit. But before we go, I need to tell you guys again about Clearly launching their wonderful new line of glasses, specifically for gamers. Everybody watching, I'm going to assume, is a gamer. I clearly am. I do it for a living, and they have made glasses just for us. They can be prescription eligible. They can be headset compatible. They fit comfortably under your headset, which is great because I literally can't wear my glasses and a headset at the same time. So I would love to have glasses like that. Just amazing. They've got the blue light lenses and a whole bunch of other great things. We will tell you guys all about it and more when we're right back with a brand new semifinal. We'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes.